Depot to pick up some things.
Today nobody is working.
I drop into Madila basement lo work payintru.
Car on gone. There's no car.
He's gone to Home Depot. He called me from Home Depot.
Ide money ki vote.
Correct. Rendume va?
Rendu.
Okay.
Okay, everything's good to go. Thank you. Okay. Mic is on. Mic on.
Hari Om. Yeah. Volume irukku. When I came, nobody was here, so I thought there's no class today. Does she know that boy passed away?
I don't know. We should bring it to her.
Huh?
Can we tell Jayashree? She knows.
She knows.
Do that? Oh, which one?
No. That boy who played violin.
Oh, the boy. Yeah. I didn't believe it.
Such a sad thing.
It's very sad. Unbelievable.
Apparently he had an arrangement on Sunday also.
He was leukemia.
No. He had an arrangement on Sunday also, but Sunday morning he passed out at home because his blood pressure went down and stuff. Yes.
Heart attack?
But he had has been suffering from cancer for a very long
He has
time.
leukemia, right?
Yeah.
So-
But with what discipline was sitting from you? Full time we didn't even see any bodies,
Because he was.
Yeah, correct.
What a blessing for him.
I know.
They see their grandparents. They will need a lot of support.
I couldn't believe when I saw the picture. I was like, this is the same boy I just saw him alone.
Life is so uncertain,
Yeah.
brittle.
But even after listening to so much Vedanta, it's not easy to digest everything.
Yes, but Vedanta is your support system.
Yeah. No, but he's quite unknowing, right? How can it be, right?
Recording in progress.
Times where most people are really confused. Vedanta will take.
This is to be adjusted.
Okay, one second.
They don't see me.
They don't see you? That's
No.
not good.
I am half.
Huh?
Can
Okay,
move.
everybody, bear with us.
No, no,
The
move.
newbies on the.
Move that.
This?
The box, whole box.
Okay, I'm going to move the box, and you're going to tell me when you see Swamiji. Somebody say something. Can they see you?
No, not
No.
yet. You have
Now
to
can they
lift it.
see you? No,
No,
I see.
lift it,
That
lift
see
it.
me.
Yeah.
Jackie, the thing is too low.
No, we see him, but we see your computer more, Swamiji.
Yeah, I know.
Can we,
Raise it a little bit.
you can't raise it.
No, the tripod, the thing.
Here?
No, the next one on the top.
This one? This does it?
Is it that or the other one?
No, this doesn't.
This one.
Okay, lift it. And be above his, no, that should be for the up and down.
This
Like,
one,
can you move the camera maybe to the left?
Oh, is that Jayshree by any chance?
The camera is
Jayshree, we should-
straighten it.
Move the camera into front.
One second,
Ah,
one second. Can
okay.
you guys see him well now?
Yeah.
It's not gonna stay though.
Much better now.
Exactly, that is stylish.
All right, I'll stand here for all class. But Swamiji,
Yeah.
this is how we had to do TVs in the old days. The antennas.
That's easy. Oh, that tight.
It won't tighten, Jayshree. Come on, we need to get a better camera for
It's not,
Swamiji.
she's not just she's.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was Jayshree, my bad. No, it's not staying. This
No, I
is,
think this is the one that will move.
Is
the
Raghavendra
thing.
ji
Yeah,
not
pull
there?
it up now a little.
Raghavendra ji is not there, Jacqueline?
no.
Oh, okay.
No, you know what it is, to be truthful?
Or you can maybe put it on a chair.
No, it's fine on the chair. The
Okay,
problem,
it's okay, leave it.
no, we can't, Swamiji, because this will fall.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's okay?
It's okay.
Okay, now.
It's okay?
It's okay.
Hands off.
Okay, thank you.
मौनव्याख्या प्रकटितपरब्रह्मतत्त्वं युवानं वरिशिष्टान्ते वसदृषिगणैः आवृतं ब्रह्मनिष्ठैः आचार्येन्द्रं करकलितचिन्मुद्रमानन्दमूर्तिम् स्वात्मा रामं मुदितवदनं दक्षिणामूर्तिमीडे वटविटपि समीपे भूमिभागे निषन्नं सकलमुनिजनानां ज्ञानदातारमाराधे त्रिभुवनगुरुमीशं दक्षिणामूर्तिदेवं जननमरणदुःखच्छेददक्षं नमामि चित्रं वटतरोर्मूले वृद्धा शिष्या गुरुर्युवा गुरोस्तु मौनं व्याख्यानं स्यास्तु छिन्नसंशयाः निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां सर्वलोकानां ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः मूर्तिभेदविदायिने ओमवद्व्यक्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः विश्वं दर्पणदृश्यमाननगरी तुल्यं निजान्तर्गतं पश्यन्नात्मनि मायया बहिरिवोर्भूतं यथा निद्रया यत्साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोधसमये स्वात्मानमेवात्वयं तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये बीजस्यान्तरिवाङ्कुरो जगदिदं प्राङ्निर्विकल्पं पुनः मायाशक्तिकालकलना वैचित्र्यचित्रीकृतं मायावीव विजृम्भयत्यभिमः योगीव यस्वेच्छया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये यस्यैव स्फुरणं सदात्मकमसत् कल्पार्थकं भासते साक्षात् तत्त्वमसीति वेदवचसा यो बोधयत्याश्रितान् यत्साक्षात्करणात् भवेन्न पुनरावृत्तिर्भवम्भोनिधौ तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नानाच्छिद्रगडोदरस्थितमः दीपप्रभाभास्वरम् ज्ञानं यस्य तु चक्षुरादिकरणद्वाराभिः स्पन्दते जानामीति तमेव भान्तमनुभाते तत्समस्तं जगत् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये देहं प्राणमपीन्द्रियाण्यपि चलां बुद्धिं च शून्यं विदुः स्त्रीबालान्धजडोपमास्त्वहमिति भ्रान्तापृशंवादिनः मायाशक्तिविलासकल्पितमः व्यामोहसंहारिणे तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये राहुग्रस्तदिवाकरेन्दुसदृशः मायासमाच्छादनात् तन्मात्रकरणोपसंहरणतो यो भूसुषुप्तः पुमान् प्रागत्स्वाप्तमिति प्रबोधसमये यः प्रत्यभिज्ञायते तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये व्यावृत्तास्वनुवर्तमानमहमित्यन्तःस्फुरन्तं सदा स्वात्मानं प्रकटीकरोति भजतां यो मुद्रया भद्रया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं विश्वं पश्यति कार्यकारणतया स्वस्वामि सम्बन्धतः शिष्याचार्यतया तथैव पितृपुत्राध्यात्मना भेदतः स्वप्ने जाग्रति वा य एष पुरुषः मायापरिभ्रामितः तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये भूरस्त्रम्भास्य नलो निलुम्भरमहर्नादो हिमांशुपुमान् इत्याभाति चराचरात्मकमिदं यस्यैव मूर्त्यष्टकम् नान्यत्किञ्चन विद्यते विमृशतां यस्मात् परस्मात् विभो तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये सर्वात्मत्वमिति स्फुटीकृतमिदं यस्मादमुष्मिन् स्तवे Tenasya shravanat tadhartha mananat dhyanaccha sankirtanat sarvatmatva mahavibhuti sahitam syadishwaratvam swadaha siddhetat punarashtatha parinatam cha aishwaryam avyahatam. Aishwaryam avyahatam. So we are on the 6th verse. Rahugrasta divakarendu sadrishaha maya samachchadanat. In the 5th verse, Shankaracharya enumerated various systems of philosophy in which there are varieties of confusion regarding the real nature of aham, I. And in this 6th verse, Shankaracharya wants to refute the main system known as Madhyamika Bhautikas, Madhyamika Buddhism or Shunyavadis, which is one of the main Purvapakshis of Vedanta. This is called Prathama Mallanyayam, I was telling you last time. And Shankaracharya does not refute the other system because this Shunyavadi has already refuted others. And therefore he becomes the main challenger. Therefore Shankaracharya refutes the Shunyavada in the 6th verse. The Shunyavadi points out that the essential nature of I, mean the Atma, is nothingness or emptiness. Not only the individual, even the essential nature of the world is also nothingness or emptiness. And in support of this conclusion, he takes our sleep experience as the pramanam or truth. In sleep, we do not experience anything. There is no objective world. In sleep, we do not experience the subject also. So neither seen is there, nor there is the seer, neither the heard nor the hearer. Therefore the subject as well as the object, both of them are not there, and therefore Shunyam is the Tattvam, is their conclusion. Tattva means truth. That is their conclusion. Now Shankaracharya shows in this verse that in deep sleep state it is not shunyam or emptiness. In deep sleep state there is pure existence, but it is an unqualified existence which is not available for any transaction. Only qualified existence is available for transaction. Unqualified existence is not available for any transaction. And therefore we make a mistake that it is emptiness because we have a general misconception. Whatever is not available for transaction is non-existent. This is one of the intellectual confusion. We think the space is nothingness because space is not available for transaction. But the truth is that space is not emptiness or nothingness. It is a positive entity. Otherwise all the space technology and the telecommunication, all these things will not be possible. So it is not the emptiness, we consider it is because available for seeing or touching or any other local view. The same mistake is extended to the pure existence also, because it is not available for vyavahara, transaction. And therefore in sleep, non-transactional existence is available, which is the real nature of myself. Sanmatra surupaha aham. aham bhava sanmatra swarupaha aham bhavaha swarupaha aham natu abhava swarupaha. This is the essence of this verse. We will analyze this a little bit more before going into the actual verse. What Shankaracharya says is, during the dream and the waking state, all our organs of transactions are functional condition. During Jagrat and Sapna, all our karanams, means our instruments of knowledge, karanams. So there are 11 of them, that is 10, 5 karmendriyas, 5 jnanendriyas, and the mind. Mind has to be added. So, pancha jnanendriyani, pancha karmendriyani, antakaranam, all of them are in transactional condition. And in technical language, we say that the Vikshepa Shakti of Maya is active. Maya has got two Shakti, two power. One is called Avarana Shakti, another is Vikshepa Shakti. Avarana means covering. Vikshepa means projection. And when it comes to Sushupti Avastha, all the organs are in a dormant condition. They subside, they withdraw from transaction. And therefore, in technical language, we present Maya's Avarana Shakti is dominant. Vikshepa Shakti is temporarily withdrawn or resolved. Therefore, in Jagrat Sapna, active karanam means instruments, active organs are there. In Sushupti, passive organs are there. Now the next question is, when the organs are active, what happens? What will happen? Transaction will go on, and every transaction we invoke a corresponding Triputi. Every transaction will invoke the corresponding Triputi, means when the eyes are active, the corresponding perceptual will invoke the what? Seer, the seeing instrument, the seen. Triputi. Three things. The seer, eyes, and seen object. Same way hearing also. So I become the seer eye, hearer eye, smeller eye, taster eye, speaker eye, drashta, stotra, mantaha, bodhaha, vijñātaha, kartaha. Sanskrit. So the qualified individualized I is prominent during transaction. So what is the qualification? Seer eye, speaker eye, etc. The localized eye, the divided eye, what is the division? Subject, object, instrument. Division is there. Therefore, the divided, individualized, qualified, localized, crystallized I am available. When there are transactions. When karanams are active, when Vikshepa Shakti is functioning. And when I say the individualized I is present in Jagrat and Sapna, I can present it as I am enjoying an individualized existence. One has to carefully travel. During transaction, when Vikshepa Shakti Shakti is active, when organs are functioning, I enjoy an individualized existence, a qualified existence, a localized existence. So when my eye is open, who am I? The seer eye. I enjoy a qualified existence. And imagine I close my eyes and open ears. Ears are open, I concentrate on hearing. What happened? The seer eye has gone, and now in its place has become hearer eye. So when eyes were functioning, the seer eye was existent. When ear is functioning, the hearer eye is existent. When the hearer eye comes, the seer eye has become as though non-existent. Now let us focus back. The seer eye has become non-existent when hearer comes. The hearer eye becomes non-existent when I close my eyes. Taster eye comes. When I say the seer eye has become non-existent, now this word non-existent is applicable only to the seer part of the eye, not to the eye, the real eye. That is the point we have to note here. So you have to listen carefully. Seer eye is non-existent. Seer eye is non-existent, I say. The word non-existent is applicable to the seer eye totally or only the seer part. Only the seer part. Because that eye is now available as hearer, taster, speaker, etc. Therefore, eye is only responsible for the qualified part of my existence. The seerhood, tasterhood, hearerhood, speakerhood, all these are supplied by what? The instrument. But the existence continued throughout. Therefore, seer eye is a qualified existence, hearer eye is a qualified existence. The organs are responsible not for my existence, but only responsible for the qualification part of my existence. The adjective is given by the sense organ. The individuality is given by the sense organ. But I enjoy existence without the support of the sense organ. Now extending this principle, when all the organs are gone, seer eye is gone, hearer eye is gone, in Sushupti, when all organs stop functioning, it is not nothingness. Qualified eye is gone. Does not mean that I am not there. Means the qualifications are gone, then what is left behind, you cannot say nothing. Unqualified seer hoodless, hearer hoodless, smeller hoodless, without all those attributes. attributeless existence am there. In sleep, I lose my qualified existence. I lose my individualized existence. I lose my particularized existence, the attributed existence. Means I lose my savikalpa satta. But I remain as unqualified, unparticularized, unlocalized, pure existence. Pure means what? Without the attribute of hearer, taster, walker, even knower. Remember, even the knower is an attribute. Consciousness is not attribute. Very careful. Consciousness is not attribute, but knower is one of the Triputi. Therefore, that also is an attribute. And when I exist as a general, unqualified existence, the general existence is not available for transaction. So you can never say, I want to experience that general existence. Because if you want to become an experience as an individual, then again the transaction will start. Triputi will start. And therefore the general existence being not available for transactions, its existence is not prominent, is not very evident. Remember the example, the existence of space is not very evident. You say nothing exists. When everyone leaves and if someone asks what is there, you will say nothing. What you should be saying after everybody vacates, you should be saying what is there. If someone asks, space is there. You should say, but what do we say? Nothing is there. So that space is not being available for transaction. It is mistaken as nothingness. Because its existence is not very well prominent or evident. Therefore, transaction or transactability makes a thing prominent. Non-transactability makes a thing improminent. That is why in a group also, if a person does not do any work, if a person comes and goes without any transaction, existence is not recognized. We will ask, oh, you had come, is it? We did not notice. On the other hand, if another person makes a lot of noise, walks this way and that way and does so much attention drawing activities, anyone in a group does something, the existence becomes prominent. When the transactions are not there, existence is not prominent. Non-prominent existence is not non-existence. Non-prominent existence is not non-existence. Non-transactable existence is non-prominent existence, but it as though non-existent. But it is not non-existence. And therefore, in general, the existence in sleep is as though eclipsed because of the Maya's avarana shakti, because of the resolution of the organs, because the end of transactions. All the three are important because of Maya's avarana shakti, because of the resolution of the organs, and because of the end of the transactions. The general existence is not prominent, therefore it is eclipsed as it were. Therefore, Shankaracharya compares the general satta to the eclipsed sun and moon. Rahu grasta divakarendu sadrishaha. Rahu grasta divakarendu sadrisho maya samachchadanat. When there is eclipse, the sun is eclipsed, the moon is eclipsed. Eclipsed sun is not non-existent sun. Eclipsed sun is not non-existent sun. It is only not prominent, dominant, pronounced. Similarly, eclipsed moon is not non-existent moon. It is only not prominent at that time. Similarly, during Sushupti, what is there? Eclipsed, I am there. Who is eclipsed? General existence, attributeless existence. Means I, the Paramatma, is eclipsed. As though eclipsed, okay. In Jagrat and Swapna, it is attributed existence, and therefore it is bright. Everyone knows I am there because I am making lot of noise. At least give trouble to others, and therefore I am not emptiness. I am not non-existence. I am unqualified existence. This is the essence of the first two lines. Rahugrasta divagarendu sadrishaha puman. Puman means the jiva. The individual I is sadrishaha, similar to divakara indu. In fact, it is one big word. There should not be a gap in between. In certain book, after Indu, there is a gap. It should be one word. Rahu grasta divakarendu sadrisha is one word. Sadrisha means similar to. I am similar to the sun and moon, eclipsed by Rahu. Which are eclipsed by Rahu. Rahu is in astrology is called Chaya Graham. Chaya Graham means shadow. See, olden days in our rishis also they knew. It is not a Rahu as a Graha coming and following moon or sun. It is the shadow falling on the moon. So that's why they said it is Chaya Graha. Even though in mythological language they take it as a snake which swallows or a head. Rahu has got a head only, the head follows. In astrological language they knew that Rahu is only a shadow. That is why it is called Chaya Graha. Therefore, either the moon shadow or the earth shadow, that shadow is eclipsing, and I am eclipsed. In the case of the sun and the moon, eclipsing is caused by Rahu, but in my case, it is caused by Maya. Samachchadanat, because of Maya's Avarana Shakti. Samachchadanas means Avarana Shakti. So that means what? During Sushupti, Avarana Shakti becomes so dominant. That Vikshepa Shakti is swallowed by Avarana Shakti. And how does it become responsible for self-eclipsing? The mechanism must be clear. Avarana Shakti become dominant, Vikshepa Shakti is withdrawn, organs become inactive. Once organs become inactive, I no more become seer, hearer, smeller, etc. That means my attributes are gone. That removal of the attributes is the avaranam as it were. And how the removal of attributes happened? Avarana Shakti dominant, Vikshepa Shakti withdrawn, Karanam becomes inactive. I stop being a hearer, smeller, taster, thinker, etc. And that attribute remover, I become that. Sanmatra Kevala Satta. And how does it become eclipsing? When I am Vishesha Satta. Vishesha Satta, I am prominent. When I am Samanya Satta, I become non-prominent. Kevala Satta. Pure existence. Satta means existence. Samanya Satta means what? I become non-prominent. Vishesha Satta means become prominent, means attribute. Available, Vishesha Satta means available for transaction. Samanya Satta means I am not prominent for transaction, not available for transaction. Because the transactions have come to an end, I become non-prominent, become the remember the example, light you can see when the light is reflected on the hand. Then it becomes localized light is visible, that is called the Vishesha Prakasha. When I take the hand, what is left out behind? The Samanya Prakasha. Samanya Prakasha is not recognizable. I put my hand, Vishesha Prakasha, recognized. Similarly, Vishesha Satta is recognizable, Samanya Satta is non-recognizable. Okay, I think it is clear now, right? So, because of Maya's Avarana Shakti, Karanopasamharanataha, and consequently because of withdrawal of the Karanam instruments, Upasamharanam means withdrawal. Karanam means the 11 organs. See, that is why when sleep comes, we become Tivra Vairagis, isn't it? Isn't it? We become Tivra Vairagis. Even if the dearest one comes to you tomorrow, the greatest sweet that you have weakness for it, if that is offered. Why? That Avarana Shakti become predominant. Because of that, Sushupta, because of that, Sushuptaha Abhut. This Jivatma was asleep, means what? Not transacting, without transaction, in the form of what? Sanmatraha, in the form of attributeless existence. Not as a Sadabhasaha, not as a Chidabhasa, but as Chit. When mind is prominent, Chidabhasa will be prominent. Chidabhasa means reflected consciousness. When mind is resolved, Chidabhasa will be also resolved. Also Sadabhasa gets resolved. I remain as Satchit Atma. So Puman Sanmatraha Abhut. Now the question is, we have to go to the third line. What is the proof for the presence of pure existence in Sushupti? This is the next question. You are saying it, okay. You have logically proved also. But how do you say it? So in our Shastra tradition, you have to prove it in three ways. One is Shruti, Shruti Pramana, scripture you have to quote. And that is not enough. Just because the scripture is said, you don't have to accept. Then you have to logically prove. Now, even if you prove with logic, still you don't have to accept if it is contrary to your experience. So, Anubhava. Shruti, Yukti, Anubhava. These three things should be there. So, that is what Shankaracharya is doing here. So, what is the proof for the presence of pure existence in Sushupti? You say it is not available for transaction. That means it is not available for proving also. Because proving itself is a form of transaction. So, how do you know the pure existence as my true nature? It was there during Sushupti because Madhyamika says it is not pure existence, he says it is pure non-existence. Only small difference, he puts non and takes away the nan. Not Tamil nan. We are taking away non and puts the nan. He says pure non-existent, nan means I. She is wondering why you guys are laughing. So in Tamil, nan means I. So non, not eyes. I. Yeah.
I originally thought naan, chapati naan.
Non-existence. So non-existence, that's a pun there. The irony is, opposite appears similar. A tamasic person and sattvic person appear same. So, that is a samadhista purusha. And a total, a continental idiot also looks same. Like the pure gold which cannot be used for making ornaments. It is so malleable that pure gold you cannot make ornaments, it seems. So you have to fix it with something. You have to add some copper or something. Like that alloy gold is available for ornament transaction. Similarly, alloyed existence alone is available for transaction. So the question is, how do you know that it is pure existence and not pure non-existence? Now this is the question of who? Bauddhikas, Sunyavadins. This is a very strong opponent. They are not very easy to deal with. For this we say three pramanams. One is Shruti pramanam, another is Yukti pramanam, third is Anubhava pramanam. Shruti, Yukti, Anubhava. Of these three pramanam, Shankaracharya gives in the third line the powerful Anubhava pramanam. He does not give Shruti Yukti that we can supply. So first I will give you Shruti and Yukti, which are not there. Therefore, we will see the Anubhava pramanam from the sloka. So, and now, what is the Shruti? In Chandogya Upanishad, 7th or 8th Kanda, there is a Vakyam, Yatraitat Purushaha Sopita Nama Sata Saumya Tata Sampanno Bhavati. This is a statement in Chandogya Upanishad. Yatraihi Tat Purushaha Sopita Nama Sata Saumya Tata Sampanno Bhavati. Uddalaka tells, O student, son Swetaketu, when a person goes to sleep, he is not becoming non-existent, but he is withholding himself into his pure nature called existent. Sada, Sat means existence. Sada is, he merges into his pure nature of existence. Swam apito bhavati. The Sat, which is his Surupam, into that he merges. So the Upanishad does not say he merges into Asat. Therefore, Shruti Pramanam proves Shastra. The Upanishad very clear about it. So when he goes to sleep, it is not that there is nothing exists. He is merging into his real self, Sat. So we are going home every day. Going home means going to our own real self. That is why the desire to sleep also. The next one is Yukti Pramanam, logic. In fact, we need not go to traditional logic. We can go to modern logic. Modern science itself, by the law of conservation of energy and matter, nothing can be totally destroyed. An existent thing can never become non-existent. An existent thing can never become non-existent. Destruction is what? You are not converting an existent thing into non-existent thing. Then a pot is destroyed, what happened? Pot exists in a different form. It becomes what? Clay. So pot never becomes non-existent. Then it becomes what? It is existent in different form. So there is no destruction in the form of becoming non-existent. So you cannot say you become non-existent. That is not possible. You will remain existent in some form or other. That being so, an existent thing cannot be converted into non-existence and vice versa. And out of non-existent, an existent thing cannot come out. Out of nothing what comes? Nothing comes. If out of nothing things can originate, that you may ask the question how the magicians create out of nothing. No, they cannot create out. They must have kept it somewhere. They know how to transfer it, that is all, without your seeing it. If out of nothing things can originate, it will be the greatest blessing. To produce food, what do you require? Nothing. Therefore, you need not go for shopping for rice, dal, etc. You just put an empty pot
What else is nothing, right?
and heat in half an hour. Like what do you call magician? David Copperfield, right? Rice, chapatis, all will come automatically. Asat cannot be converted into Sat. Sat can never be converted into Asat. This Sai Baba bringing out laddu and all that. See, it's not that he is on the spot making it and giving you. It was there. And he knows how to transfer it. That is also it. Dalda made, local ghee. I mean, he produce watch and give to people. That also Swiss made only. Yeah, it's not man lived in heaven. So, na sato vidyate bhavaha na bhavo vidyate sataha. So, existent I cannot become non-existent in Sushupti. And out of the non-existent I, again an existent I cannot come. And therefore in sleep, I am existent, but not in the form of a qualified I. I am existing in a different form. But when a pot is destroyed, that potness attributes goes away. Similarly, when I resolve my individuality goes away, the individuality less I, like the potness less clay, the attribute less I am existence. I did not know then, you will not know. Because if you want to know, you have to become a knower. The moment you become the knower, you are no more in Sushupti. It becomes Jagrat or Sopana. Try today night when you go to sleep. The moment you fall asleep, you mark the time. Simple job. Do that. The one who has to mark the time is not there. So, through logic, that is also established. Second pramanam, logic, an existent thing can never become non-existent. Even your science say that. Matter can never be created or destroyed. Then what is the third? Anubhava pramanam. Anubhava pramanam, and what is the Anubhava pramanam? Shankaracharya calls it Pratyabhijna. Pratyabhijna means recognition. After waking up, this person says, I slept well. I slept well. What does it mean? I was very much existent there as a sleeper. If I am not there, the subject, if subject is not there, how can you use the verb slept? Slept is a verb, whatever be the meaning. So if you have to use the verb slept, it refers to the locus of the sleep, of the subject of sleep, which is I. And that I who slept before, that I am awake now. This is called recognition. And recognition means appreciating the continuity of I in the sleeping state as well as in the waking state. Now, let us take the word recognition itself. What does it mean? Recognition means recognition. When I say I recognize you, what do you understand? I have seen you somewhere. I know that you are so and so, and now I am recognizing you. That means a continuity of your existence in the past and in the present is indicated. Okay. I hope it is not too much. The verb of recognition indicates the existence of the recognized object in the past. In the past it existed as what? A cognized object. And when you see again, it exists as the recognized object. It existed in the past as cognized one, now as a recognized one, which means continuity. When I wake up, I am recognizing myself. How? I, who was sleeper in the past, am the one I, which is the waker in the present. I slept well means I am recognizing myself, which means I appreciate the fact that I, who was a sleeper in the past, am the waker in the present. Thus, Shankaracharya argues self-recognition is the proof for self-continuity. And self-continuity proves that I existed in sleep also. And that proves in sleep I am existent, it is not nothingness. Are you able to follow this step? Self-recognition proves self-continuity. Self-continuity proves that I am very much in the sleep also. That means sleep is not the state of nothingness. It is not nothingness that is waking up. And therefore, Shankaracharya says, Prabodha Samaye, at the time of waking, Pratyabhinyayate, the self is recognized as what? Self is recognized in what form? Pragapsopsam. I slept very well. Pragapsopsam. I slept well before. When does he say? In the waking state. That means how I, who am I, awake, now slept well before. This is within quote. Pragapsopsam iti pratyabhinyayate. Self is recognized, therefore self is continuous. Therefore Jagrat avasthayam. I am Supna, I am Sushupti, I am the existence in all the three states. There is only one minor difference in Jagrat and Supna. I am the attributed, localized existence. In Sushupti, I am attributeless, unlocalized existence. That is why sleep levels all difference. Whether you are a poor man or a rich man or a president of the country, Mr. Biden sleep, or what you call homeless person sleeping on the street. Once you sleep, all difference is gone. It is not a royal sleep or a poor man's sleep. Why? You become one with what? Total. Time, space, concept gone completely. Because mind is gone. This sleep analysis is very important, yeah. Our rishis have done lot of tapas to analyze every bit of it. We thought that they are sitting in the Himalayas, in the caves, wasting their time. No, they are great scientists. That's why it can happen. Can happen in the class also. People can go to sleep. Because you are not aware of the vocation, whether it is bed, chair or class. If at all feel guilty when after waking up alone, you are aware of the location. And when you are sympathetic to poor Swamiji, who continuously speaking. Therefore also think, but sleeping guilt-free, hurt-free. Asino duram vrajati shayanam yadi sarvataha. Therefore, that existence is recognized after waking up. Therefore, through pratyabhijna pramanam. Also, it is proved that sleep is not a state of nothingness, and therefore, Madhyamika Buddhism is wrong. Of course, there are some academicians, just an aside academic aspect, there are some modern academicians which claim that the shunyam of Madhyamika Buddhism is the same as the pure existence of Vedanta. People have misunderstood Buddhism. Some academicians say the Vedantins are unnecessarily criticizing the Shunyavada. When the Shunyavadi says Shunyam, he only refers to the absence of attributes. He does not talk about total absence. He accepts the pure existence. And somebody wrote a book, The Fullness of the Void. The fullness of the void, and thus there are some people who say Vedantins have misunderstood Buddhism and that too Shunyavada, and it is all unnecessary criticism. For that, what answer we have? What will be our answer? If you say Shunyam is not emptiness, but it is pure existence, we say Shunyavada is identical to Vedanta. Shunyavada is identical to Vedanta. If Shunyavada is identical to Vedanta, why do you call it Buddhism? Because Shunyam as pure existence has been talked about in the Vedas long before Buddha was born. And why do you call it Buddhism? You should call it only Vedanta. And Buddha cannot claim to be a founder of that. Buddha will become what? One of the acharyas of the Vedic tradition. Before Buddha, so many acharyas were there. Narayanam, Padmabhuvam, Vasishtam, Shaktinja, Tatputra, Parasharancha. In that line we can have Buddha also, Buddhamcha. What is our loss? Nothing. We do not mind accepting Buddha as an acharya, and Shunyam should be translated as pure existence. Buddhism as a separate system and Buddha as a founder of the system should be taken out. We do not have Shankaraism. So like Buddhism, we don't have Shankaraism. We do not have Vyasaism also. Why do you call it? And therefore it is part of Vedic tradition. Or if you say, no, Shunyam is different from Vedanta, we say it is wrong. Buddhism does not exist then. Either Vedic teaching exists or Buddhism as different from Vedic teaching is a fallacious philosophy. That is what our approach is. Tasmai means what? To that pure existence, which is the essential nature of everyone, which temporarily gets qualification as an incidental attribute. that pure existence which is none other than Dakshinamurthy, and which is none other than my Guru Tattvam, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma. I offer my prostration. Thus Shankaracharya refutes Asatvada and establishes Satvada in this sloka. Rahugrasta Divakarendu Sadrisha Maya Samachchadanat Sanmatrakaranopasam Yobhu Sushuptapuman Pragapswapsamidhi Prabodha Samaye Yapratyabhijñāyate Tasmai Sri Guru Muktaye Namayidam Sri Dakshinamurtaye. We talked about Sushupti, she is already. So we should go to the seventh one. Sleepy. We'll take little bit and see. I know it is sleepy.
I haven't slept so much.
Eh?
I can say I didn't sleep yesterday.
Let us read and see. Balyadishvapi jagradadishu tadha sarvasvavasthasvapi vyavrittasvanuvartamanahamidyantaspurantam sada swatmanam prakatikaroti bhajatam yo mudraya bhadraya Tasmai Sri Guru Muktaye Namayidam Sri Dakshinamurtaye. Now in this verse, Bhagavan Shankaracharya is restating the Atma Swarup. We have been told that Atma is not Deha, Prana, Indriyani, Buddhi, Shunyam. If Atma is not any one of them, then what exactly is Atma? That is beautifully described as Swatmanam. Swatma means my own self, my own essential nature or the real self. And what is this real self? Sada antaspurantam. The real self is always experienced by me. It is ever evident to myself. Spurantam meaning shining. Experience, evident, accessible, recognizable. Spurantam. And when is the self experienced? Sada spurantam. It is ever experienced. And where is it experienced? Antaspurantam. Within the body-mind complex, within the enclosure of body-mind complex, it is ever experienced. And how do we refer to that experience? Every experience is identified through an expression. When I experience this object, I invent an expression to refer that experience. What is that? This is mic, this is book, and this is ever experienced Atma. Is referred to me by me as aham, aham, aham iti. It is ever experienced in the form of I am, I am, I am. I am experience is there continuously throughout the waking state. I am continues, and that is why at the end of the class you meet somebody and he asks, where were you? You say, I was listening to a lecture. If you are referring to I as I was listening, then I am experience at the time of the class also. Was become am, isn't it? I am, I am, I am. It continues throughout the waking state. That is why Ramana Maharshi in Saddarshanam says, there is no past, present or future. Why? Yesterday when you got up, it was today. Today you got up, it is today, isn't it? Then tomorrow you get up, it's today. It is continuous today. When you stop at one point, look back, you say it is past, and look ahead, you say future. But what is your experience? You are always in the present. That presence is what Bhagavan is talking about. If you analyze time also, you will see, you will experience that. What is the unit of time? Second. Now second you divide. Microseconds. Then what happened? At point it will disappear. What will be there? Who is there? The one who is dividing the second into micro. That presence. So that is the I am, I am. It's very beautiful. If you get into it, you don't need any other entertainment. That I am experience continue throughout the waking state. Atma is experienced as I am. During dream state it continues as I am. Even during the sleep state I am continues. You do not verbalize during sleep, but that experience is verbalized after waking. This continuously experienced I am is Atma. Okay, I will stop here. We'll see the meaning next class, okay? Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. That's why Lord Shiva is called Sada Shiva. Hari Om.
Hari Om Swami, thank you.
Hari Om.